You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Democrats have to do this when the people who were saying, well, they could lose in November. That doesn't matter. Here's why. Because if you don't do it, there is without a doubt, this man has Giuliani in Ukraine right now.
Absolutely.
He doesn't give a damn.
He need to be in jail.
He doesn't care. And so you also have to do it for the next president who tries to do it. Because and this is where Democrats, unlike Republicans, are saying you must be responsible to your position and the country and not your party and not some fool.
Absolutely. It's very important that the Democrats continue and that they hold him responsible and accountable and get an impeachment. And you're right, you can't, just because he's impeached doesn't mean he's going to be thrown out. But it's important, and I just wanted to reiterate what kind of the spirit of what's your name again? What Avis said is that, I have a lot of mine, and plus I'm an old man. But anyway, it's important to understand that these histrionics are indeed histrionics, and they're indeed trying to lay out a perspective that's going to confuse everything. Mm-hmm. But it's also important to understand that it can work.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, that white supremacy is so invested in its own self and its own power that it'll do anything it can, no holds barred, scorched earth, to continue to stay in power, even if it means lying with a huge bullhorn and have people actually buy into it who agree with the idea of white power, whether it's wrong or right.
Exactly.
We have to understand that lying does not matter as long as the lies are effective and powerful so people can stay in a white supremacy survival trance. Because that's what they're doing.
Johanna, there have been people who I've had work for me who I didn't want to fire. But I had to. Because had I not fired them, what would the message have been to the every other employee? Oh, well, hell. Oh, hell, he gonna tolerate, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
This is where Democrats have no choice.
Well, I understand, but I think a lot of folks out there are saying that this could potentially be a waste of time because ultimately the goal is to ensure that President Trump, for some, does not get reelected, right? Or does not serve another term. And I don't think under these proceedings that will stop him from serving a second term. Now, through voting, through proper voting, through and such, he may not be able to get reelected. But again, that
means nothing.
Processes.
But that means nothing. The Constitution was set up that way.
For a reason.
The Constitution was set up that there is a mechanism. And that's also why that's why high crimes and misdemeanors were not defined in the Constitution. It was set up. Also, when they say, well, it's supposed to be bipartisan. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yep.
The Constitution is set up to say, this is how you are to hold a president accountable. Mm-hmm. If someone does something that is at such a level that you do not wait for the election.
Absolutely.
That's why it's there. And so when you have the Trump people like, this is unconstitutional, it's actually in it.
It's literally. And this was the prime reason why that particular caveat was put into the Constitution, because the framers understood that you might have someone in power that's so corrupt.
Yes.
That is so power hungry.
Emolument clause.
Exactly.
All of that.
Exactly. That it might be a need to remove that person prior to an election. And when you think about a situation right now where the election itself is being tampered with, why are you going to wait for an election when the guy is trying to get the election tilted in his behavior?
Are you concerned that if Trump is made to look like a victim based on being impeached and having the Fox and all the Republicans supporting him, that he might get the sympathy vote?
Of course.
That's your concern.
Yeah.
It's
one of.
Well, it's the Democrats' job to message.
But here's the
But
piece.
it's deep that you could be a crook and get caught and get the sympathy vote.
But here's the piece, though.
No.
Here's the piece, though. He been pleading. He the victim since before he even ran.
Absolutely.
They tried
not
to
fair.
stop me.
But he
They
won.
tried- I mean, today.
But he won.
Today, the Inspector General released the report on the FBI's action when it came to investigating the Trump campaign, and his own Attorney General goes, I disagree with the IG. The person who Barr was put in charge to investigate further goes, I disagree with the findings. Offers no reason why, just, I disagree. So again,
but that requires rationality
this administration,
to explain.
This dude does not believe in the law. He doesn't. The Constitution was written precisely for this thug. Precisely. Because it was written to say, if you have a president who cares about nothing, law, I can do what I want. Ruler, whatever. Congress, y'all supposed to investigate the executive branch? Kiss my ass.
Sound like Trump.
Subpoenas,
that's what
go to
saying.
hell. That's it.
This is not a monarchy. This is the Constitution is in place so we don't have a king.
Dude has
we don't have
he
dictators.
He has said, quote, I can do whatever I want. That's why he has to get impeached. You have to send a signal, no you can't. He can cry as a victim, but the bottom line is here, it's still the other party's job to put a candidate up who can beat them and turn their people out.
Yeah.
But he cannot be allowed to do whatever he wants to with impunity and somehow think it's all good. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. As the marijuana momentum continues, our good friends at marijuanastock.org have already reached more than half of their funding goal for the hemp CBD investment. If you want to take advantage of the great opportunity, you need to do it now because it won't last much longer. Of course, I'm talking about the hemp plant, the good cousin to marijuana, with a much higher concentration of CBD. That means hemp gives you all the medical benefits of marijuana without getting you high. Also, if you don't know, hemp farming is now legal in the United States, creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. Folks, it's an opportunity for you to invest. And that's where the folks at 420 Real Estate come in. Their business model is simple. They buy land that supports hemp CBD grow operations and leases it to licensed high-paying tenants. They're essentially hemp CBD landlords, so you could get in on the action. Now, hemp continues to change the economic landscape. 420 Real Estate is allowing you to chase the American dream. You can invest as little as $200 up to $10,000 as part of their crowdfunding campaign. And you must do it, of course, before the fund is closed. To invest, go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org. Get in the game and get in the game now. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.